Hello all, welcome to a new video from AutoBot YouTube channel. So today also we are going to cover more about the test automation suite using UiPath. Okay, so let's go to today's agenda. We are going to learn what is TestData Queue, what is the difference between Orchestrator Queue and the TestData Queue, how to create a TestData Queue and how we can configure that, add TestData Queue item activity and bulk add TestData Queue items activity. Okay, so this point 5 and 4 are the basic demo of two activities which will help to add the test data to the test data queue which we are going to create in the orchestrator. Okay, so let's move on. So let me go to the orchestrator, and here we need to go to orchestrator. Okay, so inside that, if you go to the tenant level, we will not able to do the testing entity, we will not able to see. Okay, so what we have to do, we need to go to our folder. So if there is no folder created, what you need to do is go to tenant, you need to create a folder. Okay, click on this folder, create a new folder by clicking on this, and you can create a new folder. Okay, so currently I have a folder named AutoBot, so just click on that, and if you click on that folder, you will able to see an entity called testing. Okay, also you will be able to see an entity called queues. Okay, so first what we are going to understand is what is just click on this testing, and here you can see a test data queue. Okay, so we are going to understand what is this test data queue, then we are going to understand what is the difference between this test data queue and the normal queues in orchestrator. Okay, then we can see how we can upload the data and using two different activities. Okay, so I have already opened the documentation for this test data queue which is provided by UiPath. So just go to that. I will provide this same link in the description as well. Okay, so if you want to refer that, just go to that link and try to understand what is this test data queue. Okay, so test data queue provide a way to store and manage your test data. Okay, so the test data queue acts as a container that holds your queue items ready to be consumed through a set of activities. Okay, so the queue items are uploaded or removed from the test data queue according to a first in first out principle. So just consider like if you need to execute some 100 test cases, okay, and if you want to complete that within some time limit, okay, so you're going to run it in different systems. Okay, so what you can do, you can upload your test data to this test data queue and you can assign your task to different boards to execute, right? Instead of keeping that in any test data excel file or csv file, what you can do, you can upload the data to this test data queue or to the orchestrator, and your different machines or the boards which is configured in different machines can execute the test cases by consuming the data which you upload to this test data queue. Okay, so I hope that is clear, and it is using a first in first out principle, okay, for fetching the value, and it provides a store and manage your test data, like same like how a normal orchestrator queue is creating. You can upload the data to the queue where you can manage and store all your test data details. Okay, and there are different activities which is available in UiPath Studio, which will help you to get that queue items from the orchestrator. Okay, I will show you how you can add the test data, and in the next video I will show you how you can get the items which you are adding to the test data queues. Okay, so I hope you are clear about this test data queue, and for creating this test data queue, what you need to do is go to orchestrator and go to testing, and here you need to click on test data queues. Okay, so inside this testing you can see a few other options also. We'll go deep into all these options in the coming videos, and this video we are going to learn only about this test data queues. So just click on this. If you click on this, you will able to see a button called add test data queue. Okay, so just click on that. It will ask for a name. Okay, so just give some name. Let me name it like AutoBot or AutoBot queue. Okay, give some description. This is a demo queue. Okay, and here we can see it is asking for a JSON schema. Okay, so if you are not adding any JSON schema, you will not able to create a queue. Okay, so this add button is currently disabled. and if you are adding this JSON schema, then only you will able to um, create this queue. Okay, so let me tell you what is this JSON schema and how you can create that. So just consider, like, if I need to add a few details, okay, like I need to add the name, employee ID, okay, employee ID. So employee ID, let me put it like 12, okay, comma, then employee name, okay, so let me put it like a AutoBot, comma, employee job, let me put it like a RPA developer, comma, then employee country, let me put it like Singapore, okay, then employee age, okay, so let me put it like some 28. Okay, so this is one JSON file which we are creating. Okay, so this JSON file is nothing but it will tell the orchestrator test data queue, like this should be the structure of the data which you can upload to that particular test data queue. Okay, so this should be the format of the data which you are going to upload to your test data queue. So let me do one thing. Let me save it. Okay, so let me save it over here. Demo JSON, and it should be saved like a JSON format. .json, save it. Okay, then go to orchestrator, browse for it, and here you need to choose demo json.json. Click on open. Okay, so once you click on that, you will able to see content JSON schema. Okay, so it will read all the content that you added in your JSON file, and it will create this structure for your test data queue. Okay, then click on add. Okay, so this is how you can create a test data queue and how you can configure this JSON file. And if you go to view item, currently there is no item added to your queue, right? And let me go back and let me go to our normal queues. Okay, so if you want to create a normal queue, what you need to do? You need to click on add queue, create a new queue. Here it will ask for the name, then description, then it will ask for the unique reference number or to retry. Like this one you will usually use for the process automation, right? Suppose if we have a ticketing tool and if we want to process hundreds of items simultaneously using multiple boards, what you need to do? You need to add the data to your this queue, right? This orchestrator queue, and you can split this work to multiple boards, right? And if there is a failure, you'll have to retry these queue items using different boards, and there can be some SLA for your job. So all these things you can set it if you are going for a process automation, right? And here you can see the schema definition is there. So for three schemas you can see: specific data JSON schema, output data JSON schema, and analytical JSON schema. But here these schemas are optional. Okay, here it is optional, but if you're going for test data queue, it is a mandatory field. Okay, so let me name it like demo. If you give the name of the queue itself, you can see your add button is enabled, right, for creating the queue. But for test data queue, you will not able to see this add button unless you add the JSON schema. Okay, so I hope you are clear about that. Let me go back, leave page, go to testing, test data queue. Okay, so we have created a AutoBot queue, and if you want to edit it, you can click on edit, and if you want to see the view items or view the items which you add to add to the AutoBot queue, you can go to view items, or if you want to upload the items, you can just click on this upload items and you can drop a CSV. Okay, that also you can do. But here, if you are adding like this, the only thing that you need to consider is, so currently you created a schema like this, right? Employee ID, then employee name, and employee job, employee country, employee age. Okay, so the data which you're going to upload should have the same format of data. Okay, suppose if you're going to add a CSV file, the column header should be like employee ID, then the next column header should be like employee name. Okay, so I hope you are clear about that. So let's go to documentation. Okay, so agenda, we discussed about this. Then difference between orchestrator queue and TestData queue we discussed, and we have created a TestData queue as well, and this one also completed. So we created the TestData queue and we created the JSON file and we configured that. And here again, one more thing that we need to do is, as part of the configuration, if you go to the studio, in studio I already created a test project. Okay, and inside that I created a new test case 1.xml for this demo. And here one thing that you need to consider is, if you click on this, you will able to see the different folders which is present in your orchestrator. Okay, and so currently I added the test test data queues to this AutoBot folder, right? So this test data queue or the AutoBot queue is currently tagged to this particular folder, AutoBot. Okay, so whatever the queue that you're going to create and whatever the folder is, you need to map your UiPath Studio to that particular folder. Okay, then only you will able to add the data to that queue item. Okay, and in case if you're choosing this shared, and if I'm trying to add the data to uh, our AutoBot queue which is present in AutoBot folder, it will throw the exception like you don't have the authorization to do that. I will show you that as well. Okay, so I'm just keeping it in the shared folder. Okay, so what is the next thing? We need to add test data queue items activity, right? So let me go back, go to studio. Okay, so here we have the activity inside the data group. Add test data queue items. Just drag and drop this activity over here. Okay, so let's check what are the things that we need to add here. Okay, we need to provide the queue name. So what is the queue name? Queue name is AutoBot demo, right? AutoBot demo is our queue name. So that's it. And here we need to add the activities. Okay, here we need to add the activity, and here there is a button for toggling the visibility of the output arguments. Okay, so here you need to add different activities to add your test data. Okay, so let me go here, and what is the first field that we created? Edit. So the first field is employee ID, right? So what I'm going to do is, let me create a random number. Let me drag and drop this activity. Okay, so you need to drag and drop the activity inside this add test data queue item activity. Okay, then it will come like this. Okay, and click on random number, and I'm not going to set any decimal places, and here the maximum limit I'm going to set it like 100. Okay, and here the minimum limit I'm going to set it like 1. Okay, or let me put it like 10, and there should be an output generated, right? So what is the output? Random ID. Okay, so that's it. Okay, and here the one thing that you need to understand is, inside this add test data queue item, you created this queue name, right? AutoBot demo, and here we drag and drop this activity random number, and we provided the range, and we created an output. And we need to consider like how this data is going to add to this particular employee ID. Okay, for that what you need to do is just copy this name, and you need to rename this activity. Okay, you need to rename the display name to employee ID, same like what we provided in the schema. Okay, so that's it. Let me go back. We need to provide a name, right? So let me use a given name activity, and for this given name I'm going to use, this is my value for the label employee name, and I need to create a given name, right? So let me put it like a first name. Okay, so that's it. Then what is the next thing? Employee job, right? Employee job is RPA developer. So let me do one thing. Let me use random value, drag and drop the activity over here, and the random value we are going to select it from, go to E drive, more document. Sorry, the file is not coming. So go to AutoBot file and we have this data.txt file, right? So inside that we have provided okay, these are the names of okay, so let me do one thing. Let me clear this RPA developer, data analyst, scientist, okay, accountant, okay, then truck driver. Okay, so we provided a few jobs over here, right? And we have selected random value, and I'm going to choose the value from this data.txt. So let me provide the name of this file, data.txt. Okay, so it will select some jobs from that particular file, txt file. Create a random string that output. I'm going to name it like a job random value, and here what is the display name? Display name should be emp underscore job, emp underscore job. And what's the next thing that we need to create? It's a employee country. Employee country we need to create. Okay, so let me use address activity. Just drag and drop this activity, and let me name it like a, okay, here address is the right. Okay, so what should be the random address? Let me put it like a address. Okay, so if you put it like address, it will create a dictionary. Okay, so I already did a video on these things. So if you are not clear about what is address and all, you can refer to that video, part 3 video of test automations. So let me do one thing. Let me add it outside of this activity. Okay, so we created a dictionary, right? And we need to get the name of the country. For that, what I'm going to do is use an assign activity. Okay, just drag and drop that activity. Just rename it to employee country, and what is it to? I'm going to name it like a country. I created a variable, and here you need to get the value from the dictionary, right? So it should be like a country dot to string. Okay, so that's it. And here we need to select the country as well. So let me choose, okay, so let me choose the USA, random city. I'm choosing it like a New York. Okay, so that's it. So what's the next thing? Employee age, right? So again we need to go for okay, so again we need to go for a random number. So just drag and drop this activity over here. Okay, what should be the random number? I'm going to set the limit like 25 is a maximum. Sorry, 30 is or 35 is a maximum, and minimum I'm going to set it like some 23. Okay, and here I'm creating output variable, and what should be the display name? It should be employee age, right? emp underscore age. That's it. Underscore age. So we created 5 values, right? That's it. So let me save it and try to execute. Okay. So currently what you can see is this UiPath Studio is currently tagged to the shared folder, right? But we have created the test data queue inside AutoBot. Let's try to execute and I will show you what is the error that we are going to get. And fine. Okay, so we are getting this error like add test data queue item, Microsoft Rust HTTP operation error, returned an invalid status code not found. Okay, for this particular folder, there is no test data queue item which is present, and we don't have the authorization to do that. What I'm going to do is let me change it to AutoBot. Now try to execute. Okay, again we got an error. What is that error? Refresh the connection. Okay, now try to execute again. Fine. Okay, so still we are getting that error, right? So what I'm going to do is let me click on this. Here the name that we provided is AutoBot demo. Okay, but the name is AutoBot Queue, right? So let me copy this name and just replace this. Now it should work. Okay, so there was a error in the queue name. That's why we are getting that error. So now just try to execute, run file. Okay, so you can see the execution start line completed. Let me go back, go to TestData queue, go to view items. Okay, so you are able to see a new JSON content got added. Okay, employee ID, employee name, and employee job, and employee country, and the age. Okay, so in case if we are not updating the display name, okay, what will happen is, so let me do one thing. Let me name it like something different, activity. Okay, so it may be the default display name, right? And let me try to execute it now. Okay, so it will not throw any error, but if you refresh it, here you can see the name got updated as activity. Okay, instead of employee underscore age, it updated as activity. Okay, so if you are trying to get the value from this particular queue or the test data queue, it will throw the exception. Okay, so for keeping the standardization of the headers of the data, you need to give the proper uh, column name in the place of your display name. Okay, then only it will update properly. Underscore age. Okay, so I hope you're clear, and this is how you need to use this add test data queue item to add the item to your test data queue. Okay, so I hope you're clear, and instead of the transaction status and all, for this test data queue we have only is consumed. Is consumed means like whether this test data is already used or not. Okay, so here we have two rows and we are just checking whether this particular test data is already used or not. Okay, so if it is already used means you can mark it as consumed. Okay, set as consumed, or if you want to delete it, you can delete it as well, or if you want to delete all the items in the queue, you can just click on this, or if you want to set all the items as unconsumed, like in the first transaction or the first execution, you are just consuming everything, and in the later execution, like day after tomorrow, you are going to execute it again using the same test data. If you want to make everything as unconsumed, you can just click on this, okay? Or if you want to make everything as consumed, you can just click on this button, set all items in the queue as consumed, okay? I hope you're clear about this activity, add test data queue item and how to use it, right? So let me do one thing. Let me disable this sequence. Let me add a new sequence. Okay, and here we are going to see how you can bulkily add the test data, right? So for that, let me go to data, bulk add test data queue item. Okay, so here in the property you need to provide a data table as well as the queue name, and we can set like continue on air random. Okay, so these are the two main property fields, that is data table and the queue name. Okay, so before that we need to use a read range for getting the data table. Okay, so read okay, I think Excel package is not installed. Go to manage package or package Excel, UiPath Excel activity, install, save. Okay, so here what is going to happen is, like, we need to create a Excel file or CSV file, and we are going to upload the data from that CSV to your test data queue. Okay, for that what I'm going to do is, let me create a CSV file. Let me put it like a test data. And we should give the proper column header. Okay, employee ID, employee name, employee job, like that. We need to give the proper label for your headers. So employee ID, then employee name, then employee job, then what is the next field? Employee name, employee job, employee country, and employee age, right? Employee country, and employee age. Okay, and let me create a few values over here: 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and let me add some employee name. Mark, Gina, Christina, Jacob, Anthony, Krishna. Okay, employee name I'm putting it like developer, accountant, analyst, then driver, security, then manager. Okay, then employee country, I'm going to put the same country details. Let me put it like Singapore. Okay, so age I'm going to give it like a 24, 26, 30, 29, 34, 31. Okay, let me save it. Okay, and do one thing, just give the queue name. Okay, so first give the queue name. Queue name is AutoBot queue. Okay, and we need to give the table details. So for that we need to use the read range activity. read. Okay, so let me use the workbook activity. Select the workbook path, AutoBot files, test data. Okay, and sheet name. Okay, select the sheet name. It's a sheet 1. Sheet 1. Okay, so that's it, and we're going to get an output, right? Let me name it like a dt. Okay, and this dt we are going to pass it to this particular activity, dt. Okay, save it, try to execute it now. Okay, sorry, the file is already open, that's why we are getting that error. Let's close it. Now try to execute. Okay, so the execution got completed. Let's go to our AutoBot queue and try to refresh. Okay, so now you are able to add see all the data got added to your test data queue. Okay, so this is how you can use the bulk or the bulk add test data queue, or if you want to do it individually, you can use add test data queue items. Okay, so I hope you're clear about both this activity and what is the test data queue and how you need to do the configuration and all. Okay, so we have covered all these points which we added as part of today's agenda. And if there is any confusion regarding any of these points that we discussed today, please do comment on this video. And thanks for watching the video. If you find this video interesting, please like the video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching the video. Bye.